And welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, one and all, to a brand new edition of the Quinn Spinn, Quick Spin Edition here at Helping Our Music Evolve Content Collab. I'm your host, Quinn, at least that's how I'm known here on the program. I'm back here on Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and more for another rousing and riveting installment of the official podcast of Underground Music Collective. I went out of order with the platforms there, but I'm not fixing it. We're just going to keep rolling. Revel 9's All I Become was that song you heard at the top of the show. That's been our opening theme song here at the Quinn Spin since the great year of 2014, and it will be until the very end of days. It's going to celebrate 10 years as our official theme song this September, in fact. And I am joined here today by Jingle Jenna, who has a very interesting approach to helping businesses communicate who and what they are. So, Jingle Jenna, thank you for joining.
Of course. Thanks so much for having me. This is a lot of fun.
Absolutely. So I ask every guest of the show new and returning 3 standard questions. You will be posed these questions right now. Those questions are, who are you? What are your passions? And why on earth would you want to come on the Quinn Spin?
Okay. Well, who am I? I'm Jenna. I'm now going by the name Jingle Jenna. And I've always been a music producer, but my niche is in producing songs for businesses. That's always been my lane. So my passion is kind of creating music to help these businesses and help their brands. And I've always done music for sync, so like music for media and all that stuff.
Yeah.
For me, it's never been like music for like just myself and artistry. It's always been music to tell a story, to like build a brand, to like serve a certain purpose. So that's like my new lane that I'm going on.
And why on earth would you want to come on this show of all the shows?
Well, I love talking to people who are passionate about music, and I don't know. Seems like a really cool podcast. So
why, thank you. So there is something unique about what you do in that you're right now gifting songs to businesses to help them communicate what they want to communicate through their brands, right? And so I'm curious to know and to communicate to our audience how you landed here, how you landed, on the current phase of your work and what you're doing. So
I've been, since 2018, producing jingles for businesses, and I was making a living full-time doing that, which is something that I pride myself on because I feel like a lot of people in the music industry really have a hard time like making a living from their music.
Yeah.
But I just felt like the music I was making wasn't like meaningful or like impactful, and there was just like a lot of it was like formulaic. Like a business would come to me and they'd be like, I want this, I want these lyrics, I want this, it to sound like this, and I just like it lacked creativity, it lacked like artistry, and I just wanted like to do something more and do something that I felt wasn't cheesy, that was actually helping businesses. So that's why I just completely am now just gifting songs to businesses and trying to find the businesses that I like believe in, that I want to promote. And this is something I'm passionate about doing because I think that small businesses deserve more attention. Like, I know what it's like to have to just start from scratch and start a business. It's a lot of work, and it's something that I think should be given the credit that they deserve.
Is there any particular niche or business category that you like working with the most?
That's a good question. And I love food, so I'm really trying to like find the food, like restaurants and stuff like that. I'm a big foodie, so that is something that I'm really passionate about, like finding those kinds of. But I also like there's a lot of artists too that I think really aligns with like songs. I think it's easy to write songs for like artists and like other creative things. So that's another thing and clothing, that kind of stuff, I think is good to write. So
art, food, culture, creativity, that's the lane right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Where do you see this going? Where do you see, what's your future vision, as far as what you're doing for these businesses, and how do you see yourself fitting into this ecosystem where you're all growing together?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I have a lot of plans for the future, but eventually, if I'm able to grow my social media and like kind of gain more of a platform to like where I can like actually kind of get publicity for these businesses, eventually I'm hoping like if a song or jingle that I produce goes viral, I'm planning to release the jingles like just as they are, which is, I know, like, a lot of people don't think of jingles as, like, being just, like, something that you would stream. But I'm thinking of releasing jingles and giving giving 50% of the master to the business that that I write the song for, so that when people stream my music, they can also support these small business owners. And that's something that I really hope. It needs to be at a point where I'm like, enough people are like care about what I'm doing for me to like release it. But that's my goal for the future, to help businesses even more.
That's an innovative concept, though, too, because, like, you know, even if, say, it's a restaurant here in Nashville, right? Well, you know, if you're in Florida, you know, you can't just go to that restaurant, but you can still support that restaurant.
Exactly.
By streaming the music, by sharing the music, and by getting other people aware of that business, while also building awareness for yourself. True rising tide raises all boats situation you got going on there.
Thanks. Yeah. I really hope that this takes off, and I just think it would be so cool if anyone anywhere around the world can support a small business here in Nashville from my music.
Yeah. Well, best of luck to you. It's a really cool, innovative concept, and really something that helps this small business and independent business ecosystem go around. So
thank you.
Well done. Where can we learn more about you online?
Yeah, so my Instagram is at jingle.jenna. That's my Instagram. My YouTube, I think, is official Jingle Jenna. Okay, I'm still like learning it, but
just search Jingle Jenna.
Yeah, search Jingle Jenna. Instagram is jingle.jenna, I think, as well. So there we go. Did I say TikTok?
I don't think you said TikTok.
TikTok, that's what I meant. TikTok is jingle.jenna too.
Okay, all right.
I think so.
So TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, you're on all those.
I'm all, yeah, and Facebook too, but I don't have a following.
Who uses Facebook?
Yeah,
anymore?
Nobody cares about Facebook.
Nobody cares
no
anymore.
offense, Facebook.
I mean, everyone's aunt cares about Facebook.
Yeah, it's good for groups. It's good for like finding furniture.
Invite people to your birthday party, you know, like if your friends are even on Facebook, like, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of them aren't at this point. But
totally.
Anyway. This has been the Quinn Spinn, 2 N's and Quinn, 2 N's and Spinn. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and more. I did the order right that time. You can also find us on the socials at Quinn Spinn Official on Instagram and Threads. The Quinn Spinn, 2 N's and Quinn, 2 N's and Spinn, again, on Facebook and TikTok. Underground Music Collective is our central hub for all things independent music, creativity, community, and more. UMC Nashville is what's going to bring you to UMC Nashville on all the things, except on Facebook. It's UMC Worldwide. But again, who cares about that? At Nash Live Shows, no, but seriously, care about it and go follow the page. At Nash Live Shows is our local events arm here in Music City. We've got some cool experiences cooking up, so make sure you follow that. And if you want to follow all those things, plus, you know, get some other weird content from me occasionally, at Gerard Longo 12. Yes, my name is not actually the Quinn. Revel 9's all I become. Gonna take us out like it brought us in. Grab some muffins on your way out. We'll see you next time.